Good morning, Los Angeles.
Guten Tag, Germany.
I feel like anything else I say beyond that will be borderline racist. So I'm going to stop there and say, welcome to the show.
It is hard for you not to pull out the slurs
It
first thing when
is.
we
I
start.
mean, I grew up in the 90s, late 80s, where slurs were just like common speech. And I've had to unlearn that in the 2000s and 2010s. And now in 2020s, you get prosecuted for that.
Well, now you get to say whatever you want, and freedom's back, baby.
Well, now you say whatever you want, and then you end up aligning yourself with a group of people who think things totally opposite of you. Look, just because I drop the R word doesn't mean I'm one of you guys. Just a guy from the 90s.
No. Communication mixed
No.
up somewhere.
I was home January 6th. Calm down. I'm not with them.
Yeah, we don't get that luxury anymore. You either are or you aren't.
Yeah, well, I'm at home. I'm not in Congress persecuting doctors from lockdowns 5 years ago. I'm not talking about a reflecting pool. I'm just here to listen to some music.
We do love music here. That is what we do.
Do we?
Musica. Yeah, that sweet chin music, that Triple H, baby.
That's not Triple H. That's the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Oh, Shawn Michaels, yeah. I was just listening to a podcast where they were going through like all the worst bald people.
Worst
Just
bald
like
people.
the top 10 worst balds. And it wasn't like, oh, your hair is the worst. It's like, okay, you're bald, but you're also like one of the worst people. It's like clearly some of the top ones were like Jeff Bezos and whatever else. But Triple H made the list.
I can see
And
that.
I was a kid of the 90s and like, he was around. He wasn't my favorite wrestler or anything, but I was like, oh, he's kind of cool.
Were you were
Suck
you
it.
were you a D-Generation X fan?
Oh, man. Just me and every other kid in the 90s just running around like, like, suck it. Got in so much trouble for that on the playground.
I think I had to do like 20 push-ups one time because I told a kid to suck it while we were playing softball during gym class, and the coach overheard. He's like, 20. Hopkins, 20.
I mean, all things considered, that's a pretty lenient punishment.
Yeah, I mean, looking back on it, I got away with some stuff, so I'm fine with the push-ups. Kept me in shape.
Meanwhile, I didn't get away with shit. I didn't get away with anything. I flipped some girl off. She's like, "Do you know what that means?" I was like, "Yeah." And then like she's like told a teacher that I wanted to have sex with her.
Really?
Like I'm in fourth grade. I don't know what that is. But she's like, he's like making gestures at me, and I got in trouble for it.
Man, we grew up in a different era, huh? That's what flipping the bird means. And then look what you became.
It's like, I think we were both in the wrong because I didn't know what it meant. I just knew it meant like, it made people mad.
Yeah.
And then like for her, she's like, she probably heard it meant fuck you, but like, it's not like I want to fuck you. It just means fuck you. There's a difference.
What was going on in her house, in her life, that simple little "I hate you" gesture turned into assault? Huh?
2 fingers, probably. All right. Music.
Speaking of 2 fingers, we got DJ Tongue Hero. We got LaRose locked and loaded, ready to go. Shout out to those fellows and everybody else in the queue, getting things started with LaRose. Speak of the devil.
Devil. LaRose equals devil.
Whoa. Did not say that, right? Last bit is just riffing for now, looking to extend the rocket cockpit part eventually. How many times are you, Ryan, rocket with cockpit?
I'm not mad at it. It's not Girl World, so I'm not mad at it.
We got to circle back on Girl World. We got to bring Girl World back. We need more Girl World songs.
Every song is a Girl World song. I swear to God. Okay. Sorry, LaRose. Let me get on my pedestal for a second. I just was taking a shit the other day, and I read that Northwest's tour has been canceled. Oh, no.
Oh,
Not
no.
Northwest. Oh,
No.
13-year-old can't fucking rap at all.
No.
Gimmick that Kanye popped out. It's like the fact that anyone gave a shit at all, or even pretended to. She was like the worst fucking rapper, and she's 13. So like, yeah, you know, go be a kid. You don't need to try and rap just because your dad's a psychopath. And like I said, okay, a worldwide tour. Like, let's check out some of the songs. Let's see what we got.
Mhm,
And the
mhm.
first one was like that Kanye song from his last album. It was like, yes, Miss Bestie, I'm West Westy. And you're just like, okay, this is retarded. And I listened to some of the other stuff, and it only got worse. And like every single song was Girl World. Every one. And it didn't get better from there. And I was just like, okay, I don't think anyone actually, the reason it got canceled is nobody wanted to see her. So I think maybe it was just when Kanye's album dropped, people are like, oh, his daughter's on a track. How fun is that? I love Kanye's dick so much. I would suck it to, you know, listen to his daughter too. And you're like, y'all are fucking crazy. Y'all are tripping. And I'm glad to see that she can't stand on her own 2 feet because she doesn't deserve a platform. Bad rapper.
Some strong words from D Bird to start the show.
The worst.
I think I can summarize all that by saying shout out to Bow Wow. You know what? Fucking shout out. People give Bow Wow all sorts of crap for the antics that he does socially, but was a child superstar, still an adult superstar in some regard, and he didn't have his tours canceled. Boom,
You know what?
boom roasted West.
Boom roasted. And you know what? Shout out Aaron Carter.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah.
Do you like
R.I.P.
to play basketball, dribble the ball up and down the court like Bow Wow? Or do you like to have birthday parties like Aaron Carter?
I think I like basketball more because I would still be alive.
Yeah.
All right, let's kick it off with some LaRose. Nice little warm intro for you there.
The road, 10 months of misery so out of control. I pen myself a coffin, write myself a hole. Smoke's got me coughing, that's likely how I'll go. I find myself thinking shit like that a lot lately. I look deep inside and I kinda really hate me. Big dreams, little action. In the grand scheme of things, I was a non-factor. Nobody here to talk to, so here I am, venting to this mic, hoping it will understand the shit I'm going through, the pains of this man. I'm constantly broke, can never stick to my plans. I get it though, yeah, I understand. My personality's strong, try to shut my mouth and can't. I push everyone away, cause I gotta have my say. I'll burn the bridge we're standing on if you rub me the wrong way. I'll cut off my nose to spite my own face. I don't know why I do this, it always goes the same. I fuck up a good thing when I got it. Could be blasting off in a rocket, fall up out the cockpit. Every day is some new nonsense. I fuck everything up everywhere I walk. Shitty on the spot, shit on the bottom of my shoes, gum in my hair, bird shit on my hoodie. What's goody? Nothing. Fuck y'all.
One way to
This man's having a bad day, bad week, bad month.
that was So It Goes by LaRose. Little rhyme there. Starting out the show. This was an interesting listen. I like the introspective nature of it. I feel like some of the pacing is a little bit awkward. It feels like feels like you wrote the song and then this is like the first take of it. It's like rough around the edges in some part where some of the lines could be delivered a little bit smoother. Like the part where you were talking about the noose around the neck, it just kind of felt like it was just shoved in there and could have been maybe a word taken out or set that up a little bit better. But I like the direction of the lines. I just think they need to be polished a bit more. And then the ending just kind of trailed off at the end, but you already acknowledged that. So I think that's kind of the main takeaway that I had is like some good concepts probably just need a little buffer on them. I don't really like the beat though. I think the beat is one of those little weird little artsy things that you kind of can be creative on, but I wish that it did some more things to it and had some other elements to it. I'm down on this one. I'm giving it 6.5.
I like how 7 is the baseline and
I
down
started
or up
at
from
7 and I'm down on. I'm not a 7 today.
Here's what I thought. I agree for the noose around the neck part that just threw the flow off. Dice caught it too. But for the most part, like it's, I thought you did a good job flowing over the beat. I think, like you said, there were a couple awkward spots, and I think it's just how you choose to pause and come in. Like kind of consistently, it's like you say something, you pause, and then you come in with the next line. And it's like the frequency with which you do that sometimes is just noticeable. It doesn't necessarily throw the song off, but there's a better way to do it, it feels. For me, like I really liked this. I liked the direction of the song. I liked the structure, or I liked everything but the structure. I liked the lyrics. I liked the shit you were talking about. It was like relatable and interesting. No girl worlds. It was great. But it needed a hook. That was my biggest thing. Is this would have been a banger if you had something to break up these long stanzas. You know what I mean? Like, and this beat, while boring, I kind of agree. I think you can make it not boring by having a chorus to break it up, to have that melodic, devil in my head, like whatever. Like
That's
there's something.
I felt like there was something missing, but my brain hasn't woken up yet.
Chorus. It's missing a fucking chorus. And right now it's just a long run-on sentence. Having the choruses in there will make this a fucking 10. I'm probably at a 7 right now because I see the potential.
Word. All right.
Oh, last thing I gotta say, it pissed me off in the beginning where you're like, well, having a bad day, I lost my job, blah blah blah. And then I found this girl, I loved her, but I had to break it off. And you never circle back to that. Like you never tell us why. Why did you have to break it off? What the fuck does that mean?
That's for part 2.
I was waiting for it in the song. Is like, explain please. Go on, explain please.
You little nosy Nancy. Little nosy Nancy.
Well, if you're gonna bring it up, it's like, how was your weekend? Bad. And we just move on from there.
Well, he said the part about fucking her kid's uncle is related to her.
Wait, what?
You missed that part? I heard that line. I didn't like you. I didn't really connect that to being the person that you broke it off with. So maybe you have to it goes back to the way you word things. Maybe you have to set that up a little bit better of, I broke it off with her because she was fucking her kid's uncle.
Yeah, I remember that line too, and I also didn't put those together because it kind of came in later, right? You said I had to break it off with her, and you move on to some other shit, and then later you say something about fucking the kid's uncle, which also just kind of a weird
way to say
phrasing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still trying to understand like how that works.
Well, it's like the brother, basically. You're like, if
Well, the kid's
if
uncle,
you had,
so it'd be
like if you're like, if you have kids with your girl and she's fucking the kid's uncle, it's like your brother or your stepbrother, or a brother of one of the parents.
yeah. Is it too specific?
I don't think it's too specific, but I think, like you said, it's
Confusing.
stated in a manner where people have to play detective and like kind of write it down, like, my kid's uncle. What does that mean? Like, you could have just said, well, fucking stepbrother or ex's brother. You could have said that.
Yeah.
I think the way that it's worded is clever, but it's also kind of tricky for people to grasp while listening to the rest of the song. It's one of those things you just have to circle back to, like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Well, yeah.
Bird's still processing. If I had the little
kid's uncle, it's like, yeah, the fucking
loading animation over your face right now.
Well, kid's uncle doesn't necessarily mean it's her ex's kid or her kid with her ex's brother either necessarily. It's like, oh, do you guys have kids? And then she fucked your brother, and you're saying, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like the way you said it, and I think it could be connected better.
Dissecting the kid's uncle early in the morning.
All right. Yeah, you broke my fucking brain. I think it's a good start, LaRose. Chorus is the biggest thing, but I think bringing in that piece to connect it earlier would have helped my broken brain.
It's the quickest way to say your ex's brother and your kid's uncle. I'm still I gotta stand with Bird on, like, your ex fucked her own brother? Because that's incest.
Yeah. What? Hold on. That's what I was getting at. So it's not.
I was assuming it was like she fucked your brother, not she fucked her own brother, unless it's like a step brother.
Well, what I was just understanding, bro, she fucked her exes who she had kids with. Brother. Yeah, okay. So it's her ex had a kid with the ex, and then she fucked his brother.
It's not Rocket Appliances. I like that. Use that. Take out the whole uncle fucking and put in, it's not Rocket Appliances.
I think I landed at who cares, right? She fucked somebody else. So, and then you can describe the inner workings of that if you must. Like, yeah, her baby daddy's brother. That's the quickest way. Baby daddy's brother. Boom. Because then it makes sure that delineate it's not you, it's not her brother, it's her baby daddy's brother.
All right.
But also, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry that happened.
Sorry that happened to you. Hold on, I got something for that. All right, next up.
Is that a Larry David? What does that sound right?
That's from The Price is Right. Unit, give me some time. Says work in progress in the file name, but it's so closed, should be close to finished that I want it in the rankings. Post it for tips on potential tweaks and your thoughts. We got it for you.
Yeah.
Don't trip, I'm never losing my mind. I might look crazy, but it's passing me by. Just give me some time, and I'll get over this high. The world is mine for the taking. I try to find peace of mind, but my mind vacant. I'm on vacation. I'm trying to find a good way to spend all the money that I'm always making. I'm always wasting. Here is a revelation. If I felt this bad when I had no money, then I have disproved the statement. The money buys happiness. Now I have money, but haven't been happy since I was a little kid. Trying to jump on the mattress. My parents had told me go play with the action figures. Instead I messed up the bed and the action figures. Later they got a divorce and the muscle triggered. I don't know, but I'm down and out. I play records on my phone about a life I didn't know from my childhood. Something that I cried about. Looking back and I wish we found a finer route, yeah. Looking at memories, feeling like penalties coming too much, yeah. Music a remedy, I ain't pleasantly dying. Don't trip, I will lose myself to the temptation. How can I have hatred and no heart is always vacant? You never listen cause I've never been this blatant. I act normal, there's no need for an evaluation, yeah. I'm so stuck inside this life of dreams, acting like I'm fine when my mind is bursting at the seam, yeah. But I'm fine and I'll always be. Know that life ain't always what it seems. But don't trip, I'm never losing my mind. I might look crazy, but it's passing me by. Just give me some time and I'll get over this high.
All right, it was Give Me Some Time by Unit. Don't trip, Bird. Why you tripping?
Always tripping. Energy drinks got me tripping.
Maybe you should drink less of them before your heart explodes.
Fuck that.
All right, I like this track by Unit. I feel like the beginning and the end, kind of what maybe LaRose was keying into in the word time. I feel like it needs a little bit more vocal fries in those section. It feels like you could extend out how you saying time and whatever the hell you rhymed it with a little bit longer, like a half second longer, and really get some energy behind it. I don't think you need to re-record the lead. You could probably just add some highlights on that and achieve that same effect. Overall, it's a good song. I like how you pace the delivery and you kind of switch things up back and forth. The one thing that I would say about the mix though is there's a lot of sibilance in it. Like your S's are very crisp in the ears. So if you can smoothen those out so that they're not all over the track, I think that would make the overall sound of it better. I like the introspectiveness of it. I like the deep thoughts and the reflections, and I think you did a good job piecing together the story. I would give this an 8 where it's at.
Agree with the beginning and the end. Like right off the beginning, I was like, there's something wrong with this. And I was going to comment, like, it felt like the piano keys were clashing with the tone you used. But then it continued on. And I was like, oh, no, like, this is fine. I don't know. It's just like my first impression. And then it kind of went away as you continued rapping. So I don't know. Maybe take a look at that beginning part again. I really like the lyrics. I like the like imagery of you jumping on the bed, playing with action figures, and your parents getting divorced. Like, I think, yeah. When I heard about the divorce, I was like, yeah, give me that sweet, sweet divorce music.
Sick man, sick bastard, as Gray Baby would say.
From now on, I'm just listening to divorce music. That's it. So yeah, like I think that it definitely painted a good picture, and I think this is a good example of like how to talk about deep subject matter while also kind of make it interesting with some of the underlying technical aspects of rapping. You know, like you can't be deep and then also be bad at rapping. So yeah, I think you did the mission here. Mission accomplished. I think it's fair to put it at an 8. There's definitely those mixed things that Dice was saying, but I think in my mind the flow and the lyrics kind of outweighed some of the technical parts.
Right on. All right, next up, returning to the queue, Cyclone. Haven't heard from this young man in a while. This is called Knocking at My Door.
Hell yeah.
When people knock on your door, do you answer or do you just let it knock?
Depends. I do have a Ring camera, so I can see, like, do I need to actually answer this? Usually what happens, the dogs go fucking nuts and they want to murder whoever's out there. And so if I do have to, like, open the door a crack, then it's like a whole production. It's a whole ordeal. Like holding back a gnawing dog. Like, ah!
I feel like my door camera is vastly underutilized because my front door is like right by my office, so it's almost easier for me to just get up and look out the peephole than it is to let me open this notification and wait for the camera to load. I just walk over there and I look out the peephole and then decide there.
It is. I will say it is kind of fun. Like, you know, when somebody's doing door-to-door sales, and like I'm in sales, so I get it. Like I've done all sorts of sales, but it is funny looking at their little spinning wheel when they knock on the door and you answer with a Ring camera, like, what's up? They're like, well, I want to pitch you, but I'm not just going to pitch this camera. Like, hey, can you come out and talk? Like,
Can you
why? What's up?
Can you close a deal over the camera, or does it require a signature?
I think the that would just be such a big task. Like if you can close the door through the Ring camera, you'd probably be like top sales. Like that would be the story through the entire company. Like guy didn't even want to come out and talk to me, wouldn't even look me in my eyes, but I closed that shit.
Look, I know people have jobs that they have to do and have to fulfill, but I'm of the opinion that if there is a service that requires you to go door to door in order to sell it, I'm 90% of the time I don't need it or want it. And the last 10% of the time is you telling me about it and me just being like, oh, I can go do that myself. Thanks for the reminder. Like, oh, I've got ants in my yard. Thanks. I'll go to Walmart and get some ant spray. Bye.
It's so true. It's so funny because, like, yeah, it's always like, oh, we're in the neighborhood. Oh, we're in. And
I just did your neighbor's house next door. Good for them. How much did you get? How much did you rake their wallet for, so I can know how much I'm saving right now? As you're get the fuck off my yard.
That's so crazy that they're also in your neighborhood, but also in mine. Wow. Yeah, both of our neighbors just got our stuff done.
Wow,
what a coincidence!
How convenient. How does that work? Okay, all right. Cyclone knocking at my door. Door-to-door salesman. I hate the beat.
Too. Miss Westy.
Drake type.
30 seconds in. Does it ever get better?
You know, sometimes I wonder what life would be like if I didn't have like all this around me. You know?
What?
Come back.
If you didn't have what around, did you catch that?
Artists, maybe? I don't know.
You know, sometimes I wonder what life would be like if I didn't have like all this around me. You know?
All this?
They knocking on my door, but I'm worried. Smooth criminal, I'm moving silence. No limit on the life I'm living. Counting out, they can deny it. Build this from nothing, this 2000. Sat in the room where they want me. Kept my composure, never show it in. Every note I turn to, know it in. City don't sleep, neither do I. Moving in science, they wonder why. They said it's a phase, watch me. Building the vision, they can't stop me. Started with a dream, some faith. Now I'm moving different, change my pace. They wanna see me falling, but I glide through, no rushing. They wanna see me fall. They wanna see me fall. Almost gave up. Side with it, doesn't let it break me. Turned around, started chasing. What is this story they tell? Never gave up, but it's still hell. They knocking on my door, but I'm worried. Smooth criminal, I'm moving silence. No limit on the life I'm living. Counting out, they can deny it. Build this from nothing, this 2000. Sat in the room where they want me. Kept my composure, never show it in. Every note I turn to, no end.
All right, that was Cyclone with Knocking at My Door. I like the beat once it got going, but the long intro with nothing being said or state, like it took a little bit too long for you to come in vocally. I think that was my bad, Cyclone. Once the beat got going, I was okay on the beat. I like the flow that you chose on this. It felt a little bit more in line with how it should be delivered. There were still some like lingering issues that you've had from previous years, like when you're doing your vocal fries, instead of just like frying it up, you know, extending the word, you're like adding a whatever the fuck you call it. Instead of saying say, you're like say a, like you're adding these like unnecessary elements to your rhythm, and it feels unpolished. Yeah, like no oh. Instead of saying no, you're no oh. Like you don't need that break in between the vocal fry, because then it adding a vibrato for no reason sounds awkward and weird. So I think if you stop doing that in some of the lines in this song, some of the lines you did it and some of the lines you didn't do it. So like in those elements where you do add a vibrato for no reason, take those out and redo them as just a complete word. And then other than that, there are just kind of like points here and there where you're kind of just like overly wordy or underly wordy, and you know it's kind of the same formula, but it sounds better. I will say overall your sound is a lot cleaner than it used to be. So even though I knocked on the beat when it came in, I think overall it feels better than where you were a couple years ago. For this track, thinking long and hard about this one, D-Bird. I want to give it a 6, but I'm not sure that it's like in the realm of La Rose's track. I feel like I would have to go back and give La Rose like some more points for that 6.5 earlier. Hold on.
Or just bump it down.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna give La Rose a 7. I'm gonna give this a 6. This is our show. We do what the fuck we want.
All right. We are the masters of our own destiny.
Yeah.
All right. Cyclone. Yeah, man. I mean, this is what we've been talking about. I do love seeing it in the chat typed out. It's kind of funny. It really puts a point on it. No, oh. No, oh.
I mean, that's what we've been trying to like. I feel like people have typed it out before, but I feel like the way that he just that by itself hammers it home.
Nails it home. Yeah. So there you go. DJ Tongue Hero. It's good. You know, I fucking love to hear that the community is like giving each other feedback. I also love that he's nicknamed him Psy. Like, got a cool community here. All right. Onto the song. 1000% intro entirely too long. I fell asleep. I lived 10 lifetimes. I was a Persian prince. I was a Outback Steakhouse server. I was doing all this shit in my dreams until it actually kicked in. I will say I liked the beat once it actually started. So just cut to the fucking meat. Cut to the steak and potatoes. The reverb was probably the least wrong with it, but like from a technical standpoint, like the mixing just sounded a little echoey. And then so it made it harder to get in and like follow you along on that journey of like, okay, he's like singing along to this. I will say I liked your melodies. I think you have the right idea when it comes to like, okay, here's the tones that I want to use to it. It's just your delivery's fucked. that's what it boils down to, is like you're still figuring out how to use your voice. You're still figuring out how to like sing versus just say things. And so I think that's the last step for you, is like you've definitely gotten better as far as like understanding what the song needs. Like, oh, here's where I go high, here's the but you got to smooth out like the singing. So I'm out of 5.
All right. Next up, Young Duffy, Wasted Potential.
Duff?
Ass song, first song I ever screamed on. What a joy.
What does that mean?
You know what it means. It's exactly what it means.
Wait. That's a preview.
Thought I was signed in.
Okay. I might like this.
Oh, come on.
The energy. Ah! You know, that was my style. Just screaming over everything. Dice was the one who told me not to.
Who needs screaming in rap? Huh?
I do.
What
I'm
for?
with it.
What? I don't know. I feel like it's overly energetic. I'm sure there's a time and a place for screaming. Now is not the time, and it's not the place.
This is a safe place with me, and I'm here at this time.
Whatever. All right, let me get logged in.
What's your password, Dice?
Dice. DYCE.
That's a real simple one. You should upgrade your security.
Nah, I'm sure that's pretty secure, dude. All right, here's Wasted Potential.
Augie trying to hack our chat. Wait, evidential?
Yeah.
Nah, you know what?
He's hard.
Check my credentials, I was never essential. I guess it's evidential. I used to be level-headed, could-have-headed, presidential, consequentially prudential. Except when it comes to mental, I neglect my enemies. Ascendancy, what a winner sees. Really, I think if a kid could see what it means to bleed, then we would be just succeeding. By all means, we all need the necessities. But I was fucking stupid, couldn't see what needed to be. These on these 1 point feeling free. Now I see that I kill my dreams. I wasted my younger days on cheap and green and TV screens. FIFA till the morning, screaming and building my ultimate team. If I could do it again, I'd scheme supreme, fulfill my dreams. I wanna scream. I used to kick a grass, then one day I stopped. Mental illness kicked in, when did I become a flop? I was only focused on one new space I could cop. If only I worked hard when I was young, when I would not. Now life is headed in a direction unpredicted. If I miss one fucking shift, then I'm just gonna get evicted. Because rent is that important, but I should focus on school. Use a degree to get a job, to believe I'd be a fool. I'm so fucking stupid, my work ethic has just fucking dropped. Crazy significantly ever since I lost my job. Everybody went to school with an apprentice, got good jobs. Meanwhile, I'm at home and Googling how to fucking tie a knot. For my future wife and children, I doubt none of my family think that you will survive this mission. I'll quit my bitching and just the intuition that been keeping my ass down. This position I'm in now, cause I'm a clown of how to sound. My ass don't look in until the point I'm clocking down. Forget all that stupid useless shit that you be talking about. You ain't working hard enough, Duffy, that boy we off him now. This lost me more than it cost me all, cause I won't be coughing loud.
That's not potential, nobody answers. That's not potential, nobody answers.
That was Wasted
I don't get
Potential
no fucks.
by Young Bird. Do you think that was some wasted potential?
No, I think he used his potential for good. Look, the quality aside,
Ass.
the quality is what the quality is. But I loved the flow. I think the flow was like kind of fun, very smooth with it, kind of throughout. There were like some parts at the end where you're like a little bit just weird, just a little awkward in between the shouting and like transitioning back into the rapping. But like I think it made sense what you did here. It's like I want to scream, and then you started screaming the shit. My biggest drawback for this, and it's an old song, like who fucking cares? But my biggest drawback is like I'm hearing you struggle to breathe. Like I hear the giant so you can like
Maybe he was Big Pun Duffy at one point in his life.
I mean, it's like because you're screaming, because you're like, you know, just rapid flow, like it makes me like cringe and like I'm rooting for you. I'm like, I want you to be able to breathe, sir. I don't want you to like hyperventilate, but like it sounds like I hear every breath that you're taking, and sometimes the ones that you're not. You know, sometimes the one where you're like running out of breath, you're like, you're like, no, get air in there, get air in those lungs. It just makes me feel uncomfortable to hear you struggle to breathe sometimes. I think you did a good job of like, all right, I'm going to wrap this through, but the breaths in between to make that happen, it was hard for me to hear those breaths. Good job though. Great for an old song. 7.5, quality included.
I stand by what I said before the song even played. I think the screaming was unnecessary on the song. I get it. I think the screaming parts made me like the song less than the rapping parts. I really like the raps on this. I'm always a big fan of Duffy's raps. I like the verses. I don't like the screaming. I feel like you could have just done the same track with just a little bit more energetic delivery in those parts without the screaming. And of course the quality is doo-doo, but you know, whatever. I'm at a 5 on this. I don't hate it, but I just truly don't love it because of the quality and the screaming and the old nature of it. I definitely think that you've grown a lot as an artist and you're more polished. So I'm going to frame it in that perspective of this is old and out with the old, in with the new. All right. Next up is Prod JP. Airplane.
Why? Stop. Fuck you. Fuck you.
All right, that was Airplane by Prod JP.
I shouldn't have yelled. I lost my cool. But what the fuck are you thinking? What the fuck? Do you have headphones? Do you even listen to the shit before you put it out? Like, it comes in on 1,000 and it never stops being 1,000.
Turn down for what, D-Bird?
Turn down for the world. Turn down for the listeners. Turn down for my ears. Jesus Christ. It's like, I think it's just like the sign of like just inexperience, right? And that's fine. But I'm trying to tell you, we told you last time, come in with a fucking, ease into it. I fucking eloquently explained last time like you'd ever fucking listen to me. Build upon your layers, right? Like you start off with some drums, maybe start off with one layer of a main, or you're starting out, like ease into it. It's not, this is just
Not rocket appliances, all right?
it's not rocket appliances. I was gonna say this is sex without foreplay, but this is just a pure like dumpster rape. I didn't like this at all. It was too loud, too fast, too just fucking punching me in the face as I'm trying to, have a sandwich. This is a Subway sandwich drive-by punching. Look, technical feedback. Let me switch gears here. Yeah, clearly you need to think about how you're structuring your songs. You can't just have it come in with all layers blaring, all things happening right off the bat. 0.01 seconds, you're already at 1,000. Like, lead into this shit. Like, fucking literally volume wise, go from 0 slowly into like 0 normalized, not 1,000. Then add layers gradually. I know you found like the sound that you like or whatever, but then you stayed there the whole time. I mean, that was the biggest problem outside of the volume was, all right, you have this one fucking thing, da-na, 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 and it did that the whole time. There was no change up. It was so repetitive and everything's going at once, and it's just that the whole time. It's boring. It's fucking boring. You have to have other parts to this, and the way that you make the other parts make sense and make the whole thing make sense is if you have a journey to get there. So I think I said it a million different ways, so I'll just leave it at that. This is a fucking angry 2.5.
Are you sure it's an angry 2.5? It sounds like a calm 2.5. You don't seem very angry to me.
Do I not? Well, right when it came in, I said, fuck you, because it was so loud, and I was angry at what you did to me. Yeah, I mean, did that make sense? Am I being fair?
Look, I think Prod JP, you need to go back and pull out the producer manual and study on arrangement of compositions, because like Bird said, it just comes in just everything already. This is everything that I have, and that's all that you did for the next 3 minutes is just, well, here's my loop, and that's all you get, folks. You're just like Porky Pig from start to finish. And it would behoove you to learn how to introduce elements in subtle ways or in gradual ways to give the beat some variety, some breath, let it breathe a little bit, let people like enjoy moments of it rather than just throw it all out at once and then loop it over and over again. I do think the mix also needs work. It sounds like the hi-hats, the crashes are just too loud. I mean, there's just a lot of work that I feel like needs to be done with this. It kind of leads me down the path of, this is the kind of music that people just freestyle and say whatever on, and it's bleeding into the production side of it where I'm just going to put a bunch of sounds together and somebody's going to do something on it. And I feel like you should take more pride in your work. Not to say that you don't have any pride, but I feel like you should treat it more like a craft rather than a hobby.
Treat it more like a craft than a craft single.
I thought you liked craft singles.
I'm more of a Tillamook sliced cheese guy.
All right, don't drop some fancy ass cheese names on me. Anyway,
Gruyere.
whatever. Anyway, I think all the other things we could gripe about aside, the arrangement is the biggest flaw in this. It makes it just repetitive and uninteresting. So I'm at a 2. I want to give it a 3, but I just feel like I'm rewarding nothing.
I don't know why I felt like I had to put the 0.5 in there. I said what I said, so we'll keep the 0.5. I want to go.
Yeah, I think the
now.
0.5 is fair. I mean, the drums are nice, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Next up, DJ Tongue Hero.
DJ TH.
Human Zoo. Is this another Power World song? Because if it is, I'm gonna lose my shit. If it's not, I apologize.
I don't know shit about Power World, and I don't want to learn either.
Thank God. Here is DJ Tongue Hero. Aliens.
The sun that brings them light, clouds across the sky, the ocean's falling. Washed us up on land, the woman and the man will heed their calling. Company through endless nights, we sit watching you grow and know. As your body starts to die, your memory survives through video. In the human zoo, it's just a human zoo. Go to entertain your mind again. Broken hearts break silence. Dancing round in circles is the point of everything. I hope you find it. You'll find it. Talk about your goal. Work until you're old for all that shiny. Remind me, amongst the human beings, with dreams of silver screens and silver linings, you'll find me in the human zoo. It's just a human zoo.
Shit. Let me be on some alien TV show. Where's my raise at? All the things I've done.
He drops a banger every week. DJ Tongue Hero.
All right.
We do broadcast live every week. Who knows where this is going?
The netherworld. All right. That was DJ Tongue Hero. Human Zoo. Zoo. You like that?
I do. I think that the chorus was really well done. I'll just say it. This was the best video I've ever seen from him. This video was next level dope. and like far and away by millions of miles, the best music video that's ever been submitted to us. I loved it. Now, let me come back down to earth a little bit in the Human Zoo. I think that the singing in the verses left some to be desired. And I don't know if it's like just, did I want more like emphasis? Did I want more like layers? I'm not sure what it was. Maybe even in the mix. Maybe it's just the vocals are too present in the mix, pulling them back into, I think that's where I'm landing. Pulling the vocals a little bit further back into the mix, I think will make it blend a little bit more with the music. And I think maybe just a slight auto-tune, not like full robot auto-tune, but just a little slight pitch correction could round out some of those sharp edges. I think that's what I would suggest for this, because I want this song to be a 10 as much as the video is a 10. So that's where I'm at. I love the concepts. I liked the hook, and I think the verses in general, the singing needed a little work. Man, I loved the video so much. How about an 8.75? Driven mostly by the video.
Score is your score.
My score is my score.
I enjoy the concept. I think the writing and the visuals of the writing are well thought, well put together. The video, you know, it's cool. I think there are some parts that it's generated, so I think there's some parts that quite don't align to where I thought, but I overall it matches what it should be projecting. My biggest gripe is the singing. I feel like it's the same way that I tell Sully he undersings and underperforms. I feel like this whole song was entirely underperformed. It was more like DJ Tongue Hero called me and he said, "Hey, come over," and I sat in his living room and he just sang it to me while we're sitting on the couch. Then it was like a studio performance. I feel like in a song where you kind of needed to go all out, you kind of just showed up and looked through the window, you know, quote unquote, you know, you were looking through the zoo exhibit. I really wish the singing lived up to the depth of the song, is how I would phrase it. Like the song, the concept, everything about it is super deep and easy to digest with the visual that you put behind it with the video. But I feel like just the singing leaves a lot to be desired for me. I think that's just my biggest complaint, is just I wish that the singing was like fully executed. Even if you take this to somebody else who could sing it, like even if you took it to like Coulter, if you took it to, I feel like it needs like a deep pitch on it. But like if you had somebody else sing it and execute it, or if you sing it, either way, I think it just needs to be like fully sung rather than just kind of like statements, da, 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 da. Like it just kind of feels half-hearted. So I wanted more heart out of the singing, even though everything else I really do love about it. I'm gonna have to give it a 7. I feel like it just missed the mark for me. But if the singing was executed, I'd definitely give it like a 9 or above. All right. Next up, Phantomly Reaper, aka Mel Nooks in the Twitch chat, usually lurking somewhere. But if not, let's see what weird journey takes us on today. JP. Love that.
Okay, pause. Time out. Look, we shouldn't have to turn down your music for you. That's just it. You know what I mean? Like, I get half the people from our community is like, I don't make music for them. I do it for me. It's like, that's fine. But also, you shouldn't have music exported that's so goddamn loud that we have to do all the work for you. That's it.
Maybe they have poor quality headphones and like to them it's normal.
Do better.
I like the use of do better there.
You know what this song needs? More high-pitched tones. Like, am I going deaf? Concussion grenade thrown out.
I feel like I just got flashbanged.
Yeah. Where are they? Where are they?
I don't know if I'm gonna make it, Family Reaper. Gotta get rid of that
4
noise
minutes.
like in the next 3 seconds.
A full song's worth of concussion grenade.
Where does it end? Okay, let me listen to this part. The aliens just flashbanged us and put us in the zoo. That's right, Taurus.
That was chakra. Wait, dance was cracking.
Let me be patient. Let me be patient. Look, I know where I stand on this. I hate the fucking first half of this. It's dog shit because of the loud ass ringing. I wish that the ringing flash bang noise wasn't there because I probably would enjoy it a lot more, but I'm just fixated on that one element of how annoying it was. And I don't know how that plus the loudness of this made sense to you that people would. I know you like to push the limits of uncomfort and discomfort, but that's like playing the brown note and getting people to shit themselves at a public venue, even though we know that's not really a thing. But I'm equating that to like give you perspective of how annoying that was to just the ear ringing pitch just constantly there for like 2 minutes straight. Second half, I like a little bit better. It just feels like it's very slow to progress. But I do like once things got going and it picked up a little bit, I like that. If I have to find something of this that I enjoy. Look, and I know you like to, like I said, you like to push it and see what people pick up on, what people like, what people don't like. I hate the first half of it. Pissed me off. For that, I'll give it 6.
Phantomly Reaper reminds me of like a kid in class who is like a super talented artist. Like I'm talking about photorealistic pencil drawings, but instead of like drawing anything anyone wants to
Draws
like
dick.
see, he draws dicks.
Just draws photorealistic dicks.
Photorealistic, like, you know, shading on the side. Like here's some fucking nut hair and some veins. Like colors them all in, and you're like, no, like we don't need any more. Like just, you know,
I asked you for Goku from Dragon Ball Z, and you drew me a dick with a gi on. doing Kamehameha.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot in here that like you could tell is good. But unfortunately the bad is so bad that it outweighs it. You know what I mean? Like the ringing noise, insane. The volume, insane. But like then you get into that even during the high pitched noise part, if you took that out, I could hear some parts in there that was pretty good. Yeah. And you're like, what made you think that we needed a dick right now? Why did you put your dick in the casserole? It's like the casserole was fine. And I will say I really, really liked the second part of it, where it's like the deep, almost glassy guitar. I would say, again, if we're talking about the layers, it's just all mixed up. The volume of the layers that you have on here. It's like you don't have working headphones or something, because the guitar pieces needed to be raised a little bit more, just to match the normalization of everything else. And then the other piece of it, the other guitar that was going kind of that deeper part, that was awesome, but it needed to be condensed. Like Dice was like, I think you even said, I'm getting bored. And I was like, yeah, because it should have came in earlier with the drums. And when the drums did come in, I wish it was more of a traditional like 1/4 beat, like a normalized beat, but you don't do anything fucking normal. So it was sped up. It was, a bunch of drums that were kind of unnecessary, which might be a good, summary of this, is just a bunch of unnecessary things. It was a choice. And even at that choice, I was like, all right, I can get behind it. At least the drums came in and there was another layer added to it. It just needed to happen faster. So I'd say delete the first 2 minutes. The song starts at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and just keep that part. Fuck, this is hard. I'm trying to be fair and objective, because it's like, all right, there's pieces that I love in this. There's literally pieces I'm like, that's a fucking
Pieces
song.
that I love too, but I can't ignore the pieces that I hate.
You had a flashbang in there. 4. Yeah. It's too loud. Flashbang noise makes it a 4. Easily without that, it's like an 8.
All right. Next up is Levity, Wallflower. Oh, Descendant of Root. Welcome back. Haven't heard from him in a while. Let's see what we got here. Normal.
You ain't better than nothing. You don't need to
got it. That was Senate of Root, aka Levity, with Wallflower. I'm not sure if you did the production on this one, but I really love the production. That's probably like my most favorite aspect of this. It's very easy listen. I like that. There are elements of this that I like in the singing, but for the most part, I found myself tonally confused because it just felt like you chose like some tones and pitches to sing in that just did not blend well with the beat or the style of the song. Like it just felt like purposefully off key in some parts in a weird way and not in a pleasing way. And although I like overall the concept of the song, I can't ignore these just weird moments where you sing it in just like a totally different key than I think the song asked for. So, you know, while I like it in overall, and I also think the vocals are like getting washed away by the production quite a bit. I just think there's some stylistic choices here that make me like this less than I probably should. With a beat like this, I should be giving this track no less than an 8, but I'm at a 6.
Yeah. I mean, I think Ray Stans said it pretty well. It's like kind of vibey, bit discordant in it. That's kind of how I felt too. And like, I was doing the same math. Like, I love that beat. I think, or the, is it even fair to call it a beat? It's almost like a Sugar Ray, you know,
Yeah.
a Sugar Ray song. Yeah, it just felt a little bit like the vocals weren't quite matching the tone of the beat, right? But there were parts that it worked. There was parts that it was, you know, I would say in general I had fun with it, but I do think that just it was a little off. So yeah, I think I'm doing the same math. It's like it's so close to an 8, but it dropped down to a 6.
Yeah. I want to like it though. Dino, drop your link in the lounge and I'll just grab it.
Dino Spumoni. You know, usually when people drop by with like music or official in their name, they're fucking killers. Real good.
Is that a good thing? Killers? Do you like the Killers?
What was their famous song?
I don't
They
know.
played it at emo nights. I like it when it comes on at emo night and I have my dark wig and black fingernails. Brother Darkness.
You like that shit, don't you?
I do. I like a good dress up.
All right. Well, I got your link. I'll get you in here after Chakra DMB. But next up, Monopog with Minakura. See what he's got for us today.
Minhakura.
Ulo, I gotta say, you flashback.
That trigger something?
Trigger something, man. I love the original. Before he was Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull was a Miami crunk rapper who hung out with Lil Jon and crew, and I love that version of Pitbull more than I like Mr. Worldwide, but I love the street anthem Kulo ass. Show me some ass. Pitbull.
Yeah.
D-Bird said Kulo, and it just brought me back. As soon as I heard that song, you know what I did, D-Bird?
What?
Picked up my Nokia 3810, my brick, and I text my Spanish-speaking friend, Kulo.
Of course you did.
Of course I
you
did.
did.
It's like, oh, it's some ass.
Ass.
All right.
Yeah, I mean it's a universal call and response. Like for any of us millennials, it's like, all right, if you say culo, like you can't just say culo.
Yeah, you
Culo! Culo!
Gotta yell it. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mono. Had to get that out.
Sorry that you're
Sorry that you say Kulo.
our brains are broken.
querer, tive até que me encontrei. Falei que na dia tava cara, não vou me esconder. Minha voz, uso ela como uma armadura pra esconder uma pessoa que se sente tão imunda. E meu humor, várias vezes ele muda. Talvez seja por isso que minha alma é tão escura, tão escura, tão escura. É a minha cura, a mesma que me fura. Eu tô faquejando, mas minha energia dura. Quem é que lhe cura? O mesmo que lhe fura. Era pra vocês me ajudar, porque isso machuca. Eu tô faquejando, mas minha energia dura. Era pra vocês me ajudar, porque isso machuca. Amo os pés, eu enxergo papéis que me fazem ajoelhar só pra vida continuar. E que se eu não os pegar, todo mundo vai parar. É como se antes disso não existisse compromisso na minha vida. Não consigo manter sigilo, isso é um grande erro, já paguei muito por isso. Não consigo guardar dinheiro, gasto pra me arrepender. Só que reclama não vai fazer ele voltar. Ouviram meninas reclamar não faz ele voltar. E fiz assim que com o tic-tac me acostumei. O tempo passa rápido, mano, e isso eu já sei. Com uma vida de parceirizão me tornei rei. E como tudo que me faz bem eu me viciei. E como qualquer vício ele jamais ajudou. E como qualquer vício que tive ele me matou. A música é a única que sequer me ajudou. É a minha cura, a mesma que me fura. Eu tô faquejando, mas minha energia dura. Quem é que lhe cura? O mesmo que lhe fura. Era pra vocês me ajudar, porque isso machuca. Eu tô faquejando, mas minha energia dura. Era pra vocês me ajudar, porque isso machuca.
All right, that was Monopog with Mina Cura.
On a scale of 1 to 10 kulos, what are you gonna give that?
There's some things that I really love about this, and then there's some small little things that I wish that were different. I really love the song overall. I like the bounce to it. I like his energy. Like I think I said last time we listened to him, he's an energy rapper. You can like feel his energy, his presence, and how he feels about a topic based on his performance. So I love all those aspects. The minor things that I think would make this better, the sample that you use, you crush the quality intentionally. I wish you didn't like distort it so much. I wish that you kind of just left it clean, because it just feels kind of trashy the way that it's mixed in there. I wasn't a big fan of that, but that's just kind of neither here nor there. The two things that really stood out to me about this track overall is your vocals are like super thin. I think you need more low end in your vocals so you don't sound like a needle just kind of like floating on the melodies. But I think you did that because all of the chords are just kind of like washing you out. It's not really balanced between your vocals and your chords. So you've got chords basically trying to wash you out. So you made your vocals thinner, and it just sounds kind of like it just sounds messy in the high end frequency. So I wish you had more low end in your vocals, and I wish the chords were kind of spaced out and gave the vocals a little bit more presence so that it wasn't like those two things were competing at the same time. Everything else about the track, I really like your energy, your passion. I'll give it an 8.5.
Well, you just stole all the things I was going to say. So
you asked me how many kulos. 8.5 kulos.
Well, 8.5 kulos. All right. What's a half kulo? Is that a butthole?
It looks curvy from the front, but then like you turn it to the side and it's just flat.
So wait, is kulo butt or is kulo pussy?
Kulo is ass.
Oh, okay. All right.
Changes your whole like last 25 years.
Maybe that's bitch. I don't know. I know all the bad words. I just don't know what they mean.
Ones are which.
Kind of bringing it back full circle to what we were talking about in elementary school is like, I know this makes you mad, but I don't know. All right. As far as Min Hakura, agree. The sample, I really like the sample. I really like the beat, but just quality wise, it didn't sound very well put together. Like it sounded really thin, like Dice said, and your vocals on it just needed a better mix as well. I think one thing that was interesting to me is I know the sample is the sample. It's like from a popular song, but like it feels very like only a 20-year-old would think that. Like when you're in your 30s, it's like, all right, you probably have a kid by now. Like, you know, if you're a single dude in your 30s and you're like on the dating scene, it's like, yeah, you might wind up with a girl who has a kid from another man. It's just part of it. Would that bug you, Dice?
Dice love the kids.
Dice love the kids.
Except as long as they're not little badass rugrats. I don't want no Bebe's kids.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, behave for your mom's dating love, for your mom's love life. You better behave. Look, Min Hakura, I keep on getting off track. I like the energy. I like it. Just needed better production. That's it. So I'm with an 8.5 too. I think that's fair. Children of another man. Catchy.
Right. Yeah. Next up is Snow, Die For Me. A little dark Sunday music, huh?
Well, this has been the darkest Sunday we've had. It's like, it's just the way the world is now. Everyone's looking around like, yeah.
Started off with your girl fucking her kid's uncle, and we just kind of meandered from there. It just went downhill from there.
Girl, that's still girl fucking her kid's uncle. It's like, that's not the easiest
She
thing to
don't
say.
wanna see me going that way. I get higher than ever. The move in my yeah. She don't wanna see me going that way. But relying on you is falling back home. My money hoodie is a pink one. Do a dash on the bitch the fast way. Stay on my toes, don't fall for nothing. Stay on my toes, cause I'm on a run. No, my brother won't play side. You gon' ride for me, ride for me. I cannot give her my all unless you gon' die for me. Gon' die for me, gon' die for me, gon' die for me. Can I give you my all? Gon' die for me, gon' die for me, gon' die for me. I cannot hold. Yeah, I'm keeping the Draco on that. I might fall back, but I never come last. I'm making the peso, oh yeah. If I lose a bag, I'm getting it back. Keeping the stick on me, oh yeah. They play with my name, and I'm doing bad. Keeping the Draco, brand new flow, got a brand new hole, like yeah, I'm on. Keep going, the shawty on it, cause I'm blowing now. Keep going, I know she want what I'm throwing now. I might just give you my all if you gon' die. Gon' die for me, gon' die for me, gon' die for me. Can I give you my all? Gon' die for me, gon' die for me, gon' die for me. I cannot hold.
Producer's really having a fun time with this one. It's like, hold on, rapper, I got something.
Hold on, let me reach in this, and then it ends.
And then it's done. All right, just another 40 seconds at the
of
end.
just silence. Yeah.
All right. Look, this might be controversial. This might be a hot take. I will preface by saying, not my type of music, but I think from the music that gets submitted to us in this genre, this was fairly well done. I can see the talent here. I think that there's definitely a lot of like small little technical things that, you know, I want to point out. But overall, I'd say this was a fun listen and it was pretty good. It had a level of professionalism that like I can respect, right? I think it was a missed opportunity a couple times where there was a breakdown where it's like, all right, we're going to let the beat kind of like do its thing and kind of, have a breathing room in between the lyrics. It went down volume wise for some reason. I didn't understand why. Like, you have these really loud vocals, you have when the beat's going with the vocals, it's pretty loud. And then all of a sudden it cuts out to basically nothing and it kills the momentum. So I would say that would be an easy change, is just raising the volume in between while it's just the beat, and giving those 808s a chance to, make the listener still be as excited and ride up on that high of your vocals, because your vocals are very energetic. I would say in general, probably too much auto-tune. I would have loved, I get it, it's the style, but I would have loved less tune on this. It just in general felt a little overproduced, but it felt like there was a lot of hours put into the production. Last thing I'd say is, like, why would you, like, do you like your friends? Do you like your girlfriend? Like, why does she have to die for you? Like,
if they don't
maybe
love
just
you, they're not
stick
gonna
around and play video games with me, or go get some Chinese.
Let's go get some Chinese. I'm gonna tell somebody that. That's what they say. Let's go get
Yeah,
some
like, you don't have to die. Like, let's go to get some Kung Pao chicken. Where am I at with this one? I think it's like a 7.8. I think the production things kind of threw me off. A little auto-tuney. Lyrics felt a little basic, but it was well done, and he has some good cadences in there.
I think that's what's hanging me up here, is like, I mentioned LaRose before this starts playing, and it's like this weird contrast of, we start out the show with somebody who's very detailed in what he wants to say and specific in his writing, and then we end up here with this song where it's obviously freestyle punched in. There's not a lot of strung together concepts. It's just kind of like, play the beat, press record, and let me see what I come with on the spot. And while, like D-Bird said, like, for this type of music that gets submitted, I think you're like top of the pack. Like, you do a good job at it. It really does leave a lot to be desired songwriting, where I feel like sometimes just saying anything is saying nothing. And I think this really shows where I was just kind of wanting you to tell me more about why this person should want to die for you. And all it is just kind of like common generic raps, like Get the Draco. And like, I wanted more content, more substance out of it, even though it's not a song that really calls for it. I just wish that there was more consistency in what was being said. So, mix sounds good, aside from the 40 seconds of dead air at the end. Good presence, good delivery. You remind me a lot of P Cash, but I was underwhelmed by what was being said, even for the kind of song that it is. It just felt like the wording could be more creative if it's going to be that simple. That's how I would just summarize it. If you're going to have simple lyrics, be creative with those simplicity, or be super charismatic. I'm at a 6. All right. Next up, A Fuego by C Pab. Then we've got Gangsta by Chakra, and then I've got the song from Dino, and then we've got one last track in the queue by Billy. Billy left us a long note that I'm looking forward to reading.
Billy just reminds me of South Park when the grandpa's talking to Stan and he doesn't know his name. Oh, Billy, go get me the...
Hey, man, when all else fails, you can't remember their name, just say Billy. And if they correct you, they correct you. And if not, their name is Billy.
And they're Billy forever. Energy's there.
All right, that was Fuego by This is a good example of taking a very basic bitch ass beat and making it work, because there's nothing really intricate or detailed about that production. It felt like you just whipped out the Casio keyboard and put the production on the keys. But you know, I think the energy and the drums really carried the spirit of the song. The only thing that I felt like was lacking on it was like around 1 minute and 48 when the vocals stopped and it just was just the keys by itself, no drums. It really showed me how what's a good word? How shitty the beat was by itself. I'm like, oh, this beat sucks. But then he came back in and the drums. I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, you forget all about it. You're like, oh, what? What?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, oh man, the vocals stop and there's no drums. This beat is ass. Then he came back in and I'm like, oh, that's good. We're back in the business. So yeah, man, I think you really carried it with the drums and your energy. I would just do more with that little downturn part or get rid of it and just keep the energy just going throughout. I'll give it a 9. I like this is probably my favorite track that we've heard so far today, other than the DJ Tongue Hero, which was just undersung.
100%. This was a banger. This was fun. I like this a lot. I think that here's my take. Like right off the bat, I was like, oh, this is dope. And like you said, Dice, it's a basic beat, which really highlights how easy it is to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Right? Because like what he didn't do was make the drums so far louder than everything else, or the fucking other, like he normalized the beat in the way that everything worked together, right? And whereas some of these beats that we've listened to, it's like, okay, this is super loud on this layer, this is like super quiet, like fucking figure it out. Why? But the fact that it just did the simple thing of having the same normalized volume for these layers, it made it make sense. And it was at a point where like those drums, like you could feel it, like that was made for dancing, you know? So throughout it, like I had my shoulders moving because you can't help it when that shit comes on. I like the use of like the harmonies, you know, that lower, like it was great. Like he understood the assignment and knocked it out of the park. So yeah, I'm at a 9 too.
Giving this motherfucker a gold star.
That's a gold star. I would probably listen to that again.
I would too. Turn this on and then do some laundry today. That's what I'm gonna do.
Fuego, fuego.
All right, next up, Gangsta by Chakra D&B. You like D&B, huh? Dungeons and Bass.
I do. I like bass, but only when it's coming from a dungeon.
Let's check it out.
Medieval D&B.
Original gangster, down on the head. Lion or soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with dread. Them see me shadow, them full up with dread. Original gangster, crown on the head. Lion or soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with dread. Them see me shadow, them full up with dread. Original gangster, crown on the head. Lion or soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with dread. Them see me shadow, them full up with dread. Original.
Cloverfield monster.
the head. Lion not soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with trade. Them see me shadow, them full up with trade. Original gangster, down on the head. Lion not soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with trade. Them see me shadow, them full up with trade. Original gangster, down on the head. Lion not soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with trade. Them see me shadow, them full up with trade. Original gangster, down on the head. Lion not soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with trade. Them see me shadow, them full up with trade. Original. Not soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with trade. Them see me shadow, them full up with trade. Original gangster, down on the head. Lion not soldier, me never play. Original gangster, walk with trade. Them see
All right,
me shadow,
that
them
was
full
Gangsta
up
by
with trade.
Chakra DMB. Bird, what did you think about that?
Well, it wasn't a nat 20, but it was like, I'd say a solid 16. Like, you're probably still going to hit and then be able to do some damage to the beastie you're fighting. Hashtag D&D. Nerd lore, baby. No, this was cool. And I think that, like, you could just tell the polish, the professionalism, like, you know, as the sample geared up, and then then it comes in, you hear that clarity in the sample and in the drums. Everything is just so clear, and it's that kind of attention to detail where it's like noise gated and then boom, like that. You pretty much have to do it in like D&B and like some of this other stuff. I wish more rappers did that too. You know what I mean? I would say that, like, the only downsides to this, I think this was really well done and I liked it. It was a good, like, well put together D&B track. My thing was the intro was too long. It took too long to get to the point. And then the sample was just a little too repetitive. I think it's a fun sample, but by the time you hit the end, it was driving me fucking crazy. And I really like the disparity you did of like, here's the noise gated one, and then here's the clear one with like the actual drums in it. The problem, I think, is that either you need another piece of the sample just to keep things fresh, or like something, maybe on those down parts where it's just like, it doesn't really matter that much. Maybe choose a different quick sample for it, or do we need to have it run consecutively throughout, right? Does it have to play twice? I don't know. It just felt a little too repetitive for me. But overall, I'd say that this is a solid track. I'm still at a 9 because I like it a lot. Just drove me nuts.
Yeah, definitely the sample was the first thing that I clued in on. Is like, you got like a 4-bar sample, you need like an 8-bar, or you need more lines to like sprinkle in throughout, because that gets so repetitive by the end of the track. And with that note, like on the down parts, I think that the reason it gets repetitive is because there's such low energy that you have to have the sample playing with the noise gate in order for us to realize that there's something actually going on. And it just takes so long to build back into the energy that we're just stuck with that same loop sample over and over again until the energy kicks up, and then you can turn it off and do something else. So I think that you need more vocal splices out of that track to kind of add some depth to your track. Otherwise, it just feels repetitive with the gangsta part. And I also feel like the down parts are just like Bird said, the intro is too long, and then I felt like in the middle of the track it was too long to get back into it as well. But that could just be a casualty of not having enough sample. But everything else about it, the mix is clean, the energy is right, the drops are nice. It's just I think those two aspects of it are probably the only negative things that really stood out to me. So I give it a 8.5. All right, and then Dino Spumoni,
Dino Spumoni.
Dino Nuggies.
He said that he was whack. I don't believe it.
Check it.
Motherfucking microphone checker. Keep that grip tight like my Smith and Wesson. I quit the mic waste nigga tryna turn up. Hit you with the purple fucking juice like some journey. Motherfucking microphone checker. Checker, 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 motherfucking microphone checker. Keep that grip tight like my Smith and Wesson. I quit the mic waste nigga tryna turn up. Hit you with the purple fucking juice like some journey. Motherfucking microphone, 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 microphone.
Check it. I keep your
motherfucking microphone checker. Keep that grip tight like my Smith and Wesson. I put the mic waste nigga tryna turn up. Hit you with the purple fucking juice like some journey. Motherfucking
I keep your
Shut up, P-Bab. Fuego, fuego.
All right, that was Dino with Check It V2.
I really want to call him Dino Spumino.
Don't do
I know
that.
it's not his name, but I want it to be.
Well, this is a show where we do whatever we want, so floor is yours.
Fair. That's fair.
I like this. I think it was an interesting mix of. I don't think we too often hear that style of rap mixed in this genre of music as a sample. Oh, let me take that back. That much of it sampled, like you might have like bits and pieces, like a little, a phrase or a punchline here and there, but I think he used a lot of elements of a verse in the sample, which I thought was unique. I like the energy of this too. It's kind of in the middle. It felt a little bit kind of drawn out a little bit, but the transition on it was dope. And I think overall it just sounded pretty clean. I don't have too many things other than like that middle part up until it started going Mike. It kind of felt like a little quote unquote long-winded, but then like that transition kind of like negated that for me. It was kind of like a tricky way of using this sample on this, because at first my mind was wondering, does this even fit for this style of music? But I think in a lot of ways you made it work. I don't mind it. I'll give it an 8.5.
Let me just lay the baseline and say I like it. I think it's cool. This is an interesting mix, and I think it was well done. Here's some small pieces that just fucking bugged me throughout. I think that right off the bat, this was one I had to turn down. So, it is one of those things where it's like, I wish you did the work for me and I didn't have to move my precious fingers. But you know, of course, this genre, they love making it loud. So okay, maybe that's a choice. The other thing I'd say is my brain wanted it to be just like 0.01 seconds faster or 0.01 seconds slower. Like it felt like the BPM on this was a little weird. And like it kind of like you kind of nod your head to it, but it almost felt like a crack nod versus a comfortable like, okay, I'm like vibing with the music. It felt more like, you know, the time in college where I took too much Adderall and I was like listening to Bush Glycerine back and forth, and I was just like rocking in my seat.
Maybe you should have took some Adderall before we press play.
Like, maybe that's the difference. So yeah, like if I was thinking about this and like what I would change to it, I'm really curious what it would sound like if it was slowed down just a little bit and then gave that sample like a time to really kind of breathe with it and, you know, feel fit comfortably in there. Yeah, that's just what my brain wanted. But like, especially in the second half, that didn't feel as strongly of a need. I think I'm still at an 8.5. That's where we'll go. I think it was well put together and a cool listen.
Yeah, I could imagine that being played a little bit slower and still having that same impact. So I get it. But shout out Dino. Thank you for sharing that with us. Last up in the queue for today is Billy with a song called My Friend. Looks like a song about a toad.
You got a friend in me.
Billy has left us a note here. It says, I befriended a toad that claimed my back house and made a song about it. Gave it my all. All feedback is appreciated. It's the second song I've completed and I want to improve. Recorded in my living room.
Sick. Prophet X, what's up? Did you know that sometimes exes sleep with their kids' uncles? More you know.
The more you know, huh?
It's not the baby daddy's brother, it's the kid's uncle.
Yeah, got it. Understood.
I still don't understand.
I know, yeah, I was trying. So I'll take a look at this toad.
I like to take the short way home. When I get there, I'm not alone. There's a friend in the house next door. He's a toad and I'm all in for my friend.
All good over here. Toad music, baby.
My friend.
I'm assuming he has to have done the guitar or something.
Be funny if he wasn't.
He's the landlord now. I pay the flight. I am the moon. And
Make sure to throw a song in Prophet Text. This is the last one unless you got something for us.
when the morning lights the day, he jumps away
Oh, God.
to find his way. When the moon is back again, he comes home to me.
Bow Minister! Bow chicken, wow, wow.
That energy drink is driving you crazy.
Let's go! Nah, it's the Toad music, man. Gets me going. We added a ribbit.
He's the landlord now. I pay the fly. I am the moon and you're the tide.
What a strange journey we've been on today.
Hell yeah. Ending with some rivets. Let's go, John Denver.
Do toads ribbit or just frogs?
Country road. I have no idea, to be honest. What's the difference between a toad and a
Alexa,
turtle?
do toads ribbit?
I'm gonna guess yes.
Alexa didn't hear me. We'll find out later.
Here's a
Look,
question, Dice. I mean, queue's closed, but should we open it up for Prophet Tex and Bowminister? I've got time.
sure, we can. It's open.
Got you, Bow. Got you, Bow Wow. Young Bow.
Young Bow.
Bow with the wow wow.
What was I gonna say? Strange song, but in a unique way. The vocals were hard to hear. A little bit too much reverb and just kind of too undermixed. They need more presence on it. And just from what I could hear, unless I misheard any parts of it, it's just the same stanza over and over again at different points in the beat. So I feel like it was just kind of, it didn't need to be 4 minutes long. It's kind of where I'm landing at that. And I wish there was more to the story. Like, if you're gonna give me a song about a toad other than he's the landlord and you pay in flies, like, what else is going on? What does he do? What do you have conversation? Like, it needs more details to make the interesting topic actually interesting, right? I feel like you have kind of like the Donald Trump. You have a concept of a plan, but there's no actual plan, right? So I feel like you need to flesh this idea out a little bit more lyrically and then take it back to the table and record in your living room in order for it to feel complete. So interesting thoughts, kind of underwhelming with the buildup of I have this toad that moved in and you know he's the landlord. I need more details of this story, or I need a more interesting instrumental underneath whatever it is that you're currently doing, and it needs to be trimmed down timing wise. So based on all that, I'm at a respectful 4. Like I would
4.
a 4, yeah. Like,
Okay.
there's not a lot going on here. It's like one stanza in the guitar playing, and it's not very well mixed. So, like, respectfully, do I put it in the same league as songs I've given like 6, 7s, and 8s today? I can't. I respect the idea. The concept, I'll give an 8, but the execution, I'll give a 4.
All right. Your number's your number. I had a different take. Look, I love it. I love the fact that you're like, oh, here's a fucking toad. Let's write a song about it. Now, granted, my scoring is going to be based on all of these easy fixes that I'm going to recommend. And it's, it has an asterisk on it. It's like, if you do these things, it is this score. Look, this is a 2-minute song. Like, there's no way in fucking hell that this is a 4-minute and 35-second or whatever it was song. It just isn't. You found a toad in your back room. You have the harmonies. You have the guitar. It's 2 minutes max. So that already adds like 2 points. And then, the biggest issue here, I think, well, there's two things going on. One is I like the guitar, but it can feel a little slow at times. And I think it only feels slow because we can't tell what you're saying, right? If it was more present, right now you have these super reverby layers. I can tell you have a good voice. And for that reason, I'm giving you points. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. But because you're recording in your living room, probably with untreated walls, probably just like out in the open, maybe even into like GarageBand, like it sounds like a GarageBand recording. There's just so much reverb that the layers are bleeding into each other, and it's almost impossible to hear what you're saying. And if we can't tell what you're saying, we just kind of hear you going up and down vocally. That's where it gets boring. You're like, I think I heard the word toad. It's just happening to me. It's happening around me, right? So that's where the clarity and the presence comes in. There's plenty of people on the Discord that like might be able to give you some tips on, even with recording in the living room, here's how to, make it more present, make the vocals more present in the mix. So I think that's the biggest issue here. So let's put that aside and just celebrate the fact you found a toad, you made a song about it. I bet this guy's fun at parties, like just sitting around a campfire and just kind of commenting on what everyone's like doing around the fire. So I'm going to give this a smiley 8.
An 8?
Nah, 7. I'll do a 7. Maybe it's not an 8. It's a 7.
Oh, so I'm the bad guy now because I don't like
You're
toads.
not a bad guy. Maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm giving some extra points because I see like a bunch of talent in here, but it's like, it's Aladdin talent. It's a diamond in the rough.
How much did Big Toad pay you to give this song a 7?
Street rat.
The toad industry is killing the music industry with their payola.
Look, just because he stole bread doesn't mean that he didn't need it.
All right. We got a last minute submission from Bow Minister. Says, I want to release it, but still think something is missing. The genre is psytrance. Have you ever heard of that?
No, but I'm excited to see what this is.
Subgenre, melodic progressive psytrance.
Okay, before we get into this, can I just point out like how fucking electronic music just has a million subgenres, and like hip hop rap has like none. It's like just a couple. You're either trap or you're fucking, pop rap. It's like we need more categorizations because
we got some. Like,
I mean, everyone just marks their shit as trap nowadays.
That's true.
It's the only one.
On SoundCloud, every rap song has the tag trap.
Yeah, I mean, music record stores aren't a thing anymore, but like maybe it's white people. Maybe white people ruined records and selling them, but like yeah, because they're like, this is the urban section, and it's like R&B, hip hop, just anything with a beat.
The fact that R&B is still linked with rap is a tragedy. Like I know there have been collabs between the two, but they're two different things.
Yeah, have you ever heard my country D&B? What?
Yeah, no. we don't just lump country with just whatever the fuck they collab with. We don't say, oh, it's country rap, and then put them in the same, bucket together every time you see it. But hip hop and R&B just, I guess, go hand in hand.
I also think just because you know, your skin could be black and maybe you have like 808s in the beat, that doesn't mean you're doing rap music if you're doing pop music. You know what I mean? I think we need to just be okay with calling certain things pop. Drake is pop. Fucking Post Malone, pop music. As soon as I got to the point where I'm like, okay, they make pop music, that made me feel a lot better because like Post Malone's not a rapper. Get
I
the
think
fuck out of here.
I think the problem is that the music we make these days is still being categorized by classification from 100 years ago, right? It's like, oh, you put out an album, it must be a R&B album, or it must be a country album, or it must be a rock album. Whereas like
Yeah.
nowadays, an artist could literally have 10 different songs, and those 10 different songs could be 10 different styles of music. Like they, you could literally have an album with different genres, but they classify the album as a whole in one genre, and that's incorrect. So Drake may make 10 pop songs and then he'll put 2 rap songs on an album, but they call it a rap album, and it's not. So I think we need to break away from classifying albums as a whole and artists as a whole and just stick with the song by song basis. Like sometimes Beyonce might drop a country song, sometimes she might drop an R&B song, sometimes she might drop a pop song. That does not make her one of those genres. She's just an artist.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you know, put everything under the melodic progressive psytrance genre.
I think that should just be everything from now on. Everything
That's
is
it.
melodic progressive psytrance.
That's the baseline. Yeah.
Let's take a listen to Lost Inside a Dream. Lost Inside a Dream. How do you feel about that melodic progressive psytrance?
Isn't that a mouthful? Yeah, about this obviously hip hop beat, this obvious rap instrumental. I liked it a lot. I think I do have some suggestions. So, you know, I think it progresses really well. I think it you have great transitions. It's obviously polished, professionally put together. As sitting at a computer listening to it, it's too long. Just takes too long to get from point A to point B. Like, you know, it was like a full minute before drums came in.
Minute and 20 seconds.
Minute and 20 seconds. So I would say the intro is way too long. And, you know, one of those things, like, I guess it depends on what your purpose for this is. You know, maybe at a club where it's like you spin, you know, an hour of, you know, this type of music and you want the super long breaks in between stuff. Maybe, I don't know. But just from my perspective is like, I wish things happened faster. You know, I wish it was just a little bit more condensed. The other big thing that, like, as I was thinking, what could be added here? What is potentially missing? I think you need airy female vocals. I think that would really crush. Like even some of the samples from earlier today, like you put in some of those female vocals at strategic places in this, I think that'd be perfect. More specifically, some of those breakdowns where it's just kind of like waiting to gear up again. I think if you have some chick in the background, you know, kind of singing, harmonizing, you know, have some sort of sample there, I think that's going to make it a 10. And then once it kicks in with the drums, you're like, yeah, let's fucking go, you know? Like, I think the drum parts were easily the best pieces of this. So that's my feedback. I'm at a 9, solid 9.
Cool. Yeah, it's hard doing a music review or just listening to a dance song that you're not in a dance environment, right? Like if I'm on the dance floor and you're like, oh, how's this? You know, you're in the middle of it, you're probably dancing, you're like, oh, it's a 10. And, you know, like Bird said, like sometimes with DJs, they need those long spaces to add some transitions from one track to the next. So just at a desk listening experience, it just feels long-winded, but there are probably potentially reasons why. So, you know, that said, it's mixed well. The parts that have the energy is right. Um, just from a listener standpoint, you know, the atmosphere definitely drives the feeling, you know, because this could also be like we were kind of joking about it, background music for film score in certain scenes. Like you could take an element of this and like really add energy to like an action scene or a dance scene. Like it has moments where it would make sense for different settings. So, you know, taking all that aside and, you know, escaping from the I'm sitting here listening to songs for a couple hours, I can appreciate the quality and the effort, but I do agree that some parts just feel a little bit too long to build up, even just from that perspective. So I give it an 8.5. All right, and then we had somebody else slide in here. Said,
Hey, it's Name.
Said hi in the chat. First time chatter. This is called You're Allowed To.
Well, you didn't just want to say hey, did you? You wanted to say hey and submit a song. But I'm about it. Let's go, baby.
That's fair, Bob.
enough.
Yeah, I can get that.
I get it too.
Headlights on my way. You don't need to put a makeup while you wait.
Dude, we're getting some bangers late.
Take a
Really
second.
bringing the score back up here.
Yeah.
Go easy
Hey, we should just keep it open.
make it wait. Tear me apart. Take my heart. I die for you, I bleed. You get anything from me every time. Leaves a scar. I promise not to leave. You do it all in return from me. You're allowed to, baby. You're allowed to, baby. Is it okay if I lie? If it's preventing a fight, if it benefits us, it probably wouldn't, but trust me. Sounds keep you awake. Took a look around, you had time to waste just to figure out you fell in love with the taste of romantic. Oh, nothing's in the way. Just know that nothing stays the same. Wanna love me harder, baby, that's okay. You're allowed to. Tear me apart. Take my heart. I die for you, I bleed. You will get anything from me every time. Leaves a scar. I promise not to leave. You do it all in return for me. Will you believe me? I really mean it. Tell me what's needed to give you a reason. Don't try to deceive me. Just know I can feel it. Love isn't easy. Doesn't mean we should leave it. Won't you believe me? I really mean it. Tell me what's needed to give you a reason. Don't try to deceive me. Just know I can feel it. Love isn't easy. Doesn't mean we should leave it. No.
Right, that was Name with You're Allowed To. Look, I'm going to say a lot of things here to close out the show. So in contrast to the song that we heard earlier, I believe it was, what was it? Die For Me, where I said, give me more substance. This has a lot of substance. Like, okay, now I know why you want this person to, you know, do the things that you're saying lyrically. Like, that's what I was wanting from that other song. And this gave me that expanded, like, details of, like, you should live for this, you should die for this. Like, give me some more reasons why. Don't just tell me to die.
I do need an artist to tell me why I should live or die.
Yeah.
Like, give me the reasons why.
Give me 13 reasons why, like Netflix.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that aspect of it. I do think there was some like wording. There was like a couple lines where the wording, it was just slightly odd, but you made the timing work, which I think is more important at the end of the day, because people are nowadays more melodic listeners. They're just kind of listening to the frequencies. They're not necessarily picking up on the nuances of the language. But there was a couple of lines where it's like the wording didn't quite make sense, but you made it work tonality. But then the last thing that I would, it's more of like a subjective gripe, but I just want to express it, is I just wish there was some more natural vocals in this. Everything just has an effect on it.
Thank you.
And I think that
Yes.
that's kind of like the style of music these days with people who sing. But, you know, I'm old. I'll admit it. I'm old. But I also grew up where like you could immediately tell like a natural talent because they just had to be able to sing. And I think you have the ability to sing, but I also think that because of how music is these days, we're more inclined to say, well, what effects can I put on this to really enhance it and bring it out and all that. And at the end of the day, I just want to say sometimes just singing good is all that you need, right? Like Christina Aguilera didn't get where she got because she put, you know, auto-tune or a high pass filter or a flange, you know, she didn't get where she got because, you know, effects. And I'm not saying you can't get anywhere with effects. I'm just saying like sometimes just no effects are as good as all the effects. But that's subjective. I just wanted to put that out there that I think like a strong, clear, crisp take of your vocals just somewhere sprinkled in here would do you a good solid service. I still like the song overall. I think I like the melodic choices that you made. Like the ending was different than the beginning. Like there's a lot of variety, there's a lot of substance, there's a lot of content here. So it was a good listen. I would give this song a respectful 9. Like I think it's well enough that there's a lot of things to like about it, and even the things that I don't like about it, I can understand why you made the choices that you make. So I'll give it a 9.
Damn. That's like exactly every single thought that I had. Every single one. Copy, paste. I mean, I'll expand upon it because that's what we do here. We just sit here, ingest music, and spit out our thoughts. But same, I thought this was super dope, super well done. The literal only thing I had was it felt a little overproduced. Like the vocals were just, you did too much in my old ears. And again, I'll preface that by saying the same thing Dice did is like, okay, I get that it's like what a lot of people are doing right now. For this song, I was imagining how it would sound with just your natural tones. And I was like, oh man, that would have crushed. But there are plenty of great moments to celebrate. At the end, when you had like the lows coming in with the highs, I was like, damn, like this is amazing. I loved the writing. I loved the vibe of it. Yeah, it's like a really, really good song that I just wish did have more of a natural tone to the vocals. I do see in the chat, he said he's putting filters and things to hide the German accent. Well hidden, I guess.
Yeah.
I had no idea you were German. I am curious. Now I'm even more curious what it would sound like natural.
Yeah. I kind of wonder, like, is there even anything to hide? Because like one of the artists in our community, Unit, he's Norwegian. Sometimes you can't really even tell when he really gets in his pocket, you can't really tell, but he's also a rapper, so he doesn't use a lot of filters and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, and also, you know, us Americans are very bad with accents. We have no fucking idea.
No clue where you're from.
So, you know, I think a lot of people are going to like this. I think it's great as is, but I think for my taste, it would have been better natural. So I'm at a 9 too. Not to take away from the work you did, but it's almost like you could have stopped at, 90 and been even better.
What up, Swag Lee? Where you been at, man? What's going on with you?
Leaner of the swags.
Swagger of the leans.
Ate any fish sticks lately?
Classic song. All right. Well, that was the cue for today. Shout out to everybody who newly joined the community. Kudos to you all. We do this every Sunday. So if you got more stuff for us to check out and listen to, drop it in next week's queue. Drop it in the Sunday queue for next week, and we'll listen to it. We'll be on the Discord if you need us, if you want us, if you love us, if you like us. If you don't agree to any of those things, then
We'll also be on the Discord if you hate us, you want to fight us, you want to complain about the rating you've got. We're there too.
we're there for that too. Yeah. So we're going to get out of here for today. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Swag Lean, Off the Grid Cooking. I want to hear some new Swag Lean music. So give us a little flavor of that. OnlyFans. I have an OnlyFans.
He does.
Yeah. There's just a video of me eating some ramen noodles on there, listening to some music, but it's there.
Don't spoil it. You gotta pay to.
I gotta give them something to look forward to. You know, I get a little bit disappointed when I get an email like, "Oh, you got a new follower on OnlyFans," and it's just some porn bot. Like, where's the real people at, huh? Where's the non-freaks?
Oh, did somebody who did no effort and no promotion for his OnlyFans not getting the result he wants? Oh,
yeah. I'm a little let down that my lack of effort has not led to anything fruitful.
It literally is like zero pornography. Oh well, according to him, I haven't checked it out, but
it is. It's just me eating some noodles. It was like 8 albums ago, and I was like, "Oh, my album's coming out. Let me preview some music and eat some noodles," and that's it. I just stopped from there. So I guess joke's on me. Do better.
Well, and if you care about our music, you're like, you know what? I don't think they know what the fuck they're talking about. Well, you can go check our shit out. We are on Spotify or YouTube or Apple Music, really any of them. I go by D.Bird.
Oh God,
together,
space.
D-Bird. There is a fucking imposter that has D-Bird all jammed together, and I'm trying to figure out how to fight him.
Also, if you want to know what we're about, if you didn't go to the homepage of our website, we have a film out that's on Prime Video, Apple TV, Google Movies called The Last Mixtape. A few years ago, we rented a mansion, gathered about 9-10 folks, and saw what it was like to meet people for the first time with the goal of let's record an album in about a week. So if you want to take a look at the journey of how we got here and what we do, go check it out. And if you have questions, feedback, comments, we'd love to hear what you think about the film.
Absolutely. I feel like, I've already submitted 20 different reviews myself, but we could always use more.
D-Bird01, D-Bird _01.
Bird D.
New show? What new show? Is it a new show? No, it's a movie. I think that's what I'm answering here.
Yeah, the White Collar Rhymes movie. Yeah.
Wireless and 1K. We don't do a lot of promotion these days. We need to get back on our promotional high horse.
Yeah, come to think of it, have we even released music under White Collar Rhymes recently?
Not in a minute.
We should probably do that. He's like talking about Above the Law. I was like, oh shit, that's years ago. Yeah, we need to update that.
4 years ago.
I think we're all just like releasing shit on our own personal pages. Got to get back on that White Collar Rhymes page.
Maybe next year. All right. Well, we're going to get out of here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Yeah, we'll be on the Discord if you need us. Thanks for tuning in. Holler at